What it do, fellas? So you clicked onto the perfect video to explain to you. After you messed up, it's not too late, because a lot of you guys in the situations that I've been hearing so much lately, y'all messed up, but y'all have done everything to make it up. Some of y'all are ready to take her on a trip. Some of y'all are ready to give her whatever she's been asking for, and it's really costing you thousands, and it's not gonna be enough. Let me tell you guys this. You think becoming nicer and softer, oh, let me give her more, spend, check, it's gonna give her this shield to break off. You think it's like a hammer? You're giving her a hammer to unlock her being so, maybe you could say stuck up, but maybe holding her guard up. It's not. All you guys do when you want to give her more, you want to spoil, you want to tell her, you know what, I will give you the world, and all these promises, all you're doing is making her look at you like, I know you would now, or also, I bet you would. Or lastly, well, my guard is going to be up, and you're still going to do it. So y'all get the point of, you did everything you could, and there's going to be a way to reverse things to make it really work, because fellas, you can't keep trying to do this no more. That's why I even be telling you guys, why even take them back? But I got some solutions today to really help y'all. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. And fellas, if you have not already booked a consultation with your girl, make sure you do. If you did, let's talk again. Hey. But for real, I've been talking to you guys lately. And honestly, speaking of that, this video is actually from somebody I spoke to. Shout out to George. He told me to do a video about what to do once you effed up, once you messed up, all that stuff. And this is the video. I'm going to try to deliver my best. Okay. So shout out to George one more time. And a lot of you guys still request. I'll try to shout you guys out. And in the comments as well, I'll still keep reading. It's not just, people telling me through consultations or anything. Y'all, I might just say your comment out loud, one day in a video, okay? So let's get to the real conversation. And this is gonna be right after you messed up. What you've done is made up, maybe. This is gonna be after you've did the things to make her actually have the option of piping down, of basically relaxing herself. So in other words, you're having a lot of women just build up this, I'm not going to want you. You're going to go harder. You're having a lot of women after and this is what I have to explain so y'all get that. A lot of you fellas are doing way too much, or you're trying and you just got to stop. It's like digging a bigger hole for yourself. So let me just go back to, this is the part where you've done all that you can. And after this, it's like, what more? So y'all now got to get that, what time period and how consistent have you been to try to make this happen, to try to make her forgive you or believe in something. So take that all in. You guys been trying so long, done everything. Now, the consistency, this is the part where I'm giving you the first thing. No more explanations. No more, this is how I feel. You got to start doing this. You can't keep running this, and you can't try this with me. None of that. So no more explanation. Before I really break it down, first, let me tell you this. How long have you been trying to tell her what she needs to get right? After you try everything. So a lot of y'all still have women having their options, running back to their options so quick. Well, you're over here still trying to figure out, well, how could I have her at least drop one of her options? What kind of ish is that? So now I'm just thinking like, well, if you're willing to just have her drop one of her options, where do you want to be placed in her life? And you see, this is how serious it gets where, how much do you really tolerate disrespect from women? So some fellas out here, some alpha males, they be on that, it's on me or nothing. You know what I mean? Sometimes some of y'all are so used to, well, hey, it's fine, or I understand. Who's the valuable one? And even if she is valuable, she's not valuable to you no more when she's not valuing you after you've done and tried everything. So now back to no more explanation. But before I get into the no more explanation, fellas, get the best, the number one best, to be exact. Razor out right now. And fellas, this razor works so well, so smooth. And I know sometimes it's easy to cut yourself, razor bumps. Everybody goes through this stuff. So it's kind of hard to find the best razor for yourself. But this one, it works so well. You don't have to keep replacing it, buying it. The battery life is amazing. And it's small and it's slick, smooth, gets the job done. So fellas, purchase it by clicking that link down below. And if you purchase it today, you can get it in like 2 days. So you can start having a smoother ride experience in here, over there, wherever, but it's going to be better for yourself and also the female. Okay. Especially if you have this girl that, hey, you're trying to get her to forgive you or come back into your life. What are you going to do if she comes back around and your hygiene is not all in check, right? So get it? But back to really this girl. Do you really want her back? Ask yourself that. And then that last thing I said about consistency. Y'all been trying, and this is how bad it is. Most of all this time you've had her in your life, how much you guys been trying, y'all have gone to the point of you're trying more than how much you guys actually had good times. So the consistency of, oh, well, I actually disappeared for so long, and what's on a man? I had her so wanting me. Like, man, she was, the consistency was so high that she was really about to lose it. And sometimes some girls aren't willing to pull up, but sometimes it could be like, you gave her this new consistency of, I'm not explaining nothing to you no more. I'm not going to be trying to give you a reason when you know I did my part and you got to get it right. Now, I'm going to explain soon about what this does and why you need to actually do it. But just understand this, your consistency will speak for yourself. The way you respect yourself, the way you value yourself, whether you are at fault before, after you've done your part, you will continue to look weaker if you decide to not respect yourself, because the value is, I will stick around. I will, explain myself or explain what you got to keep doing when you know what you got to keep doing. So I'm saying, do not play yourself for a fool, but the reality should be, why are you guys literally thinking that you need to babysit? Why are you guys thinking that this woman does not know what she's doing to you? Did I not tell y'all they will act right when they want to? So is it going to be right for you? Not right now. Is it going to be maybe right for somebody else? Possibly, but that's not your job, because once you've done your part and she can't get it right, you remove yourself. So now, the better yet part for some of y'all, but give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't. But the better yet part for some of y'all is going to be what this is really doing. So the no more explanation, and I'm not going to go into details, but y'all know it shows how much you don't care. Explaining, giving her something to know answers is really, like I told you, taking away the assumptions that she could have, the overthinking, there's another woman, the jealousy, all that, could be taken away. You got to make sure you don't fill in those gaps so she's still wondering. So that's just one aspect. But another thing that's amazing, when you go ahead and have no explanation to her, the form of you showing you don't care is also showing you don't need to hear nothing else from me. It's almost like dismissing her more so like, all this time I got caught up. I was sprung over you, right? But now we're at a place of like, I'm civil. So y'all got to get that the way she's viewing you this whole entire time until you start doing this stuff is that, dang, this guy's fighting for our love. Y'all don't get that she's at this point of not fighting. Y'all don't get that this is not even 50-50. That, that's not too bad, but it's not 50-50, or it's not even 55 and then you got her. It's not even 60 and then you got her. Nah, for a lot of y'all fellas, it's so down bad that y'all are at 90. Some of y'all maybe 85, but y'all are at 90, 95, right? And then you got her with like 5-10%, giving you nothing but cookie crumbs. What kind of ish is that? So you get where I'm going? I'm trying to get y'all to get that this is not what y'all need. Y'all did your part, but this type of love, this ain't love. And not only that, do you really deserve this? So now let me just go back to this normal explanation. You bring more respect to yourself, because what is your time? I ain't got no watch today, but where is your time? Where's my watch? But where is it? In her hands? That's how power works, That's how she takes power. That's how attention works. You give me attention, that is your power, your energy that's given to me. So all it is her having more control over you. All it is y'all are still more, and this is the thing, some women might not even entertain you so much or take the stuff that you did before, or some women will actually do it. It doesn't matter, and it doesn't change nothing. It just means that you already tried and now you have to pull away, and this is the other ways you can. Now, I'll just tell you this so you guys can take something strong and like where I could kind of branch off to give you a little bit more. The next thing I would really just tell you guys is making her feel like you're fed up. This is a way of making her understand, okay, your games are now done. How long are they going to keep going? So now when you make her feel like she can't get no more out of you, it's screaming, I'm done with your behavior. And this is where women now have to choose. Options are so easy for females, not only with guys being all around, but her just dealing with you specifically, your options are given back to her. So in other words, when you're explaining, those are options. As in, she still knows, well, You're going to explain you're still here. You're explaining you still care. You're explaining, you know what, maybe my option or what I could do is go a few months, a few weeks without talking to you. And then when I'm ready, or if I get bored because Josh is boring me, I'll come back to you. Let me give you guys one more example, because we're about to be done soon. But another example that I could tell you is that, okay, your options, when you give it to her by explaining, hey, I got to let you know, I got to keep bringing reassurance, you're just telling her that, don't worry about nothing, okay? And now I'm not fed up with you, but you know what's wrong, you know what to do, you know what's next. So y'all got to get that if you're having these options given to her, she's moving the situation with you however she likes. I don't even want to say it because I don't want to mess it up. Maybe you guys know what I'm thinking about. But anyways, I was trying to give you guys another example. Let's not do that. Now, her moving the situation how she wants to. Take it like this, chart-wise. If she wants you to give her more, she knows that she got to be sweeter to you. That's her moving based on the option of you being available. You answering, right? It's not always going to be a flat out explanation. It's you also answering to her calls, answering her message. Y'all, I want y'all to get it. It's validation at the end of the day, different forms. This is the stuff that y'all got to catch that you're doing that is still validating. So let me tell you guys this. There's a lot of things that y'all are looking at and saying, well, I got to go stronger in this area, which could be like spending more money or making her feel happier and all that. But yet, no, maybe you got to take that security away in this area of always telling her, I'm still going to be here. I'll wait around. Or always telling her, well, I'm not going to be messing with other people. Or you don't got to worry about me dating. Or I'm not even interested. And this is what we're going to talk about in a different video. We're going to talk about mingling and living that life, that free life, in a different video. I have a scratch right here. But I was going to tell you guys more about it in this video, but there's really no point. I just want to kind of bring it up just to explain a little, since we have a little bit more time. I'll say this though, including living a new life, changing, it goes back to explaining without explaining. So when you guys are doing all this talking, trying to get her to understand or what she needs to do or, what it's going to take now, all that is just long talk. The same way a guy that maybe doesn't have money and tells a female, I'll promise you this, I'll buy you this, all that to her is long talk. So if you want to give actions, you take explaining out of everything that you can. So this is why when I say having access to you is so powerful, is because there's so many doors that are still open. Y'all think y'all just got doors open in other areas and you covered it. But realistically, when you maybe even did cover that door, you had another door open. So like, for example, giving her money. You're thinking, well, before she thought I couldn't keep a job, right? Now I can financially take care of her. Maybe I was lazy in the past, types of stuff, right? But now you guys are thinking like, maybe I can financially take care of her, so I'll give her money, after you messed up, all this stuff, whatever. And most times, like, she should have been holding you down. And most times, it's just like you have it down bad. Now she should still be riding out. So backtrack so I can get on. You were the one that didn't have money before. You have money now. You want her to believe or see that you're a different type of guy. And yet you're thinking you're filling this hole, but yet you dig a bigger hole by emptying out your pockets. What are you doing? But then you dig an even bigger hole by absolutely. And you got to ask yourself, why are you going to do it? But you dig a bigger hole by trying to think that if I give her all that she wants, this is where you guys start thinking that this is what women are saying they want, so I'm going to give it to her, and this is what's going to make her happy. No, okay? So what's happening now, you dig that bigger hole by giving her this area of completion in finance or what you want, luxury, whatever you want to call it, money. And now you have this other area where she just looked at you as, man, he's still weak. He was strong enough to finally get a job. And now, look at me getting the money out of him, whatever. That's already a whole story in itself. But now, back to this weakness that she sees in you. Yeah. So now, when she says, oh, you finally got a job. You finally got the courage, or let's say the energy to get up and go get a job. You finally did that. It's really her telling you, just because you think you can buy me back now, it doesn't tell me that you're masculine. Just because you have money now, or you finally got up and, you know, you could finally, and this is how bad it is. This is how she views you, right? You might have finally got a job, or you might get a job that's paying you well, and she's still going to discredit that. So her now back feeling like, well, you got a job, or you can send me money now, it still falls back into you're lacking. You have a door open with your emotional stability, because you might be now financially a little bit more strong. You're still weak because you're weak in your financial stability, because you only did that because of her. And sometimes it will take her to do certain things. Okay, cool. But when you run back, or you're still trying, when you don't have to give no explanation, do what you got to do and move on. And then she sees you're doing better, she's following along and still give no explanation, then you'll have her. If that's really what you want, shouldn't really want that. Give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help, you know, keep that algorithm going. But, you know, now so I can really wrap up, and the whole mingling thing, it really, once again, it's like showing that, you know, you're okay with being alone. You're okay with being without her. I told y'all, though, I'll explain it in a different video. Y'all gotta, you know, make sure you have your post notification on. Give this video a big thumbs up, like I said. But, like, backtrack just to lastly wrap up. If you go ahead and did all that you can do, y'all gotta ask yourself, what more could I really do? And a lot of times, y'all will still desperately keep finding ways. Shouldn't do that. But it really, the answer should be, there's nothing else. So accept that, and then you'll have her accept things way quicker, but then you'll have her really see what real life is. What real life is without you in her life. What real life is, or what it could be. You get what I mean? So it's just like change everything, but in these little areas, make sure you're really taking that out. Now, like I told you with the whole, it's not just explanations in the form of it verbally, but there's other ways of like, when you go out, and this is just to like give you a little bit more, when you go out to mingle, okay, you don't have to explain to her, and let's say you guys still have contact, don't know what's going on there, but you don't got to explain to her what time you're going to be back. And this is when you guys aren't even together type of stuff too. But you don't got to explain that. Not only do you not got to explain that, why are you going to, you know, she doesn't take you serious, but why the next day, you know, you're feeling like, well, let me say sorry. I didn't say nothing. That's the explanation. Your body language or whatever you want to say should be, I'm chilling, I forgot. Dang, you know. So it's like, go live your life. Do what you got to do the same way they're doing it. And when you did your part, there's nothing more you can do. But understand that if you leave and switch things finally, or at least consistently, or in that correct way, maybe all of it, you got to do everything really, then you'll see amazing different results. Okay, so fellas, once again, if you want more results that are more amazing, make sure you do get your razor. It's down there and it's the best out, fellas. And like I told you, like if you want to have smoother results, like your skin, you want it to be not having the bumps and everything. I know sometimes razors would be doing that. Obviously, razor bumps. So if you don't want all that going on, make sure you get it. And also, like, fellas, women don't like all that bushiness. At least have it maintained, trim it down a bit. And come on, you know, if it's just like that and you could have just zoom with a nice razor that's easy to use, then you should have did that and had better, or have more women really feeling you, okay? And remember, your hair holds sweat. I just gotta mention that. So y'all gotta figure that out, because we don't need that PU action going on, all right? So thank y'all once again, and y'all will see me in my next video. Bye, you guys, and make sure you click that link.